Young Jorge was confused. His mom told him to be himself at school and he'll make friends, but that didn't really work. He would be himself and he'd get making fun of. So he thought, maybe if I pretend to be someone else, everybody will like me. So he would spend his days trying to figure out which personality was the best suit for him. Maybe if I talk this way, the girls will like me. Maybe if I play this sport, the guys will like me. Maybe. He didn't realize that he had to be himself. I know your parents have told you that you need to be yourself, and I know you've heard it on repeat from teachers, parents, everybody. What they're not telling you is the challenges that you're gonna have to overcome to find yourself. When I was younger, I didn't even know who I really was. I was confused. I didn't know what I stood for. And a man who stands for nothing stands for anything. So when people would tell me their opinions, I would agree with them, and I became a yes man. If the trend was to think a certain way, then I thought a certain way, because I was fearful that other people would see me the wrong way. This all came from a deep-rooted insecurity, an insecurity that I wasn't enough, that people wouldn't like me. And I forgot that no matter how hard I tried, every time I put on a face or a mask that wasn't mine, I was just making myself more unlikable. Because let's face it, bro, not everybody's gonna like you. Have you ever had that one person that no matter how hard you try, they're just super annoying to you? Anything they do, it's just like, shut the fuck up. A lot of people find you to be that person, and that's completely fine, because no matter how charismatic you are, no matter how handsome and sexy you are, not everybody's gonna like you. And that's what makes you unique. That's what makes you be able to find your own tribe, your own circle. But I didn't understand that when I was younger, because I would get made fun of by so many people that I didn't know who liked what. So I would try my hardest to do what they wanted. I would try to be cool. I would try to have these opinions and talk like this and let them laugh at me. And I wouldn't stick up for myself. I wouldn't be who I was. And chances are you feel the same way, especially if you're young, you're in middle school, high school. You feel like there's a social pressure on you to be different, to subscribe to other values. This is a lie that we've been told. It starts off with one person. One person tries to convince another person that they're not enough, that they should be more like that guy. Then the next person goes on to do the same thing. And sooner or later, the whole school is trying to portray an act that they don't really believe. And it becomes this group of fake people who don't even know what they want from life. So amidst all this confusion, how do you become yourself? Well, first of all, who are you? What do you stand for? What are your values? What are things that no matter how many people disagree with you, you will always believe? These are the things that make you you. These are the things that make you unique. And they may be different from mine, and that's completely fine. The point is that you are different. No one human is the same. And I'm not gonna lie to you like your parents and say that if you're yourself, everybody will like you and everybody will treat you well, because that may not be the case. But what I assure you is the case is that if you're not yourself, no matter how many people pretend to like you, you won't even like yourself. And your own validation is more important than any other person's validation could ever be. Because what's the point of trying to change yourself for someone else? If Sabrina, your crush, the girl you've always liked, oh my gosh, she has a fat ass. Oh, she's so hot. And she likes e-boys. You know those little gay TikTok guys? You're trying to be a man. But no, Sabrina likes e-boys. Are you gonna start wearing little cute sweaters and crop tops? And maybe even you'll put on a few little skirts and paint your nails, all to get Sabrina to like you. When in the end, she'll like you less than ever because she smells that indecency on you. She knows you're desperate and she knows you'll do anything for her validation. Because you've been fed this lie that to be liked, you need to be like the rest, and that's not true. If you think of all the people we follow, all the leaders, they are super polarizing. The people with the most influence and with the most friends are the ones that stick out, not the people that stick in. Because it takes balls to have different opinions and voice them. It takes balls to believe something different than the rest, and people respect that. But if you can't even respect yourself, how will others respect you? And the first step to respecting yourself is respecting your own beliefs and your own wants. Every single time you're doing something that's not true to you, every time you say something that's not true to you, every time you act a way that's not true to you, you are lowering your ego. Think of your ego like a battery. Every time you compromise so the boys like you, you lower your battery. Every time you say something different so a girl likes you a bit more, you lower your battery. And so on until you get to zero. And that's where you become the most insecure. I remember that when I had the most friends was when I was most insecure, because it felt like I had to put on a mask constantly of who I really was. Because if I let my true self out, they wouldn't really like me, and I'd lose friends and I'd end up lonely. But I promise you, it's much better to have 2 friends who genuinely like who you actually are than 1,000 friends who don't know the real you. And right now you're so stuck in your head of what people think of you, but you don't realize that in middle school and high school, people are so worried thinking about themselves. They're worried about walking across the hall and what other people think of them. Do I smell good? Do I look good? Are my shoes creased? Is my hairline straight? Who the fuck made the straight hairline a trend? Look at my hairline. Is it straight? No. Who cares? Is me not having a straight hairline gonna stop you from listening to me? Look at my shoes. Crease them. Does that change something? How is someone liking you gonna be based on if your shoes are creased? We have such superficial tendencies that we look at now that we forget that the truth of why someone likes us is in here. It doesn't start from what we wear. It doesn't start from what we look like. It's who we are. And to be honest, if you fit in, that basically just means you're a cock. Because fitting in means submitting yourself to the opinions of the masses. Oh, okay. Biden's president? Yeah, he's the best president ever. No one knows why he's the best president ever. Oh, okay, yeah. Women should be able to sleep with thousands of men? Oh, yeah, you go, queen. Oh, yeah, I completely agree. No, men aren't physically stronger. Oh, that's so sexist. You know those things are a fucking lie, but you're not saying them because you're scared of what others will think of you. And every single time you lie to yourself, you lose confidence. So at the end of the day, life is too short to live a life that is not true to you. Because when you're living trying to be someone else, trying to put on a mask, that's time wasted. Because you get fake relationships, you get fake views, and you get fake attention. So tomorrow, when you go back to school after watching this video, I want you to think with this mindset. Let go of others' expectations for you. It's okay if they don't like you. I want you to like yourself. Do things that are true to you. If you don't like how you look, change it for you. Change what you want to change. Don't try to fit a stereotype that you think other girls will like. Because at the end of the day, what people like is authenticity. The reason you're listening to me and not these other YouTubers that are super scripted is because I'm authentic. So you do you, and don't worry about the rest. See you, bro.